This feels so strange. I'm just gonna record and go with it. But I'm back. Why am I nervous? I'm gonna like this. So, before I get into the reading, because we are going to be doing a reading today, I decided what wants to be creatively expressed through you. So that's what the reading is going to be. I'll show you the 3 groups now in a second. But I just kind of wanted to update you on my life at the minute. Oh, I'm married. I think you all already knew that. I was engaged. But yeah, I'm married. I'm really happy. I'm in this house at the minute, but we are moving because it's not the best house in the world. It's really spacious, but just, yeah. The landlord and all that. So we're excited to be moving, so everything's packed up. So this is why I'm recording here. I did have a little office, but now it's just a bit of a mess. The reason I'm wanting to start this back again is I am part of a community. So basically I'm doing readings now one-on-one, and a lot of you know from having readings with me, that's why I stopped doing this. I ended up finding a shop one day and I walked in, and just the energy in there, I was like, this is not just a crystal shop. This energy is crazy. And then all of the staff were just so welcoming. It was very different because a lot of crystal shops, you just go in and there's not a lot of love that's put into some of those shops, but also marketplaces and stuff where people seem to think that's a good idea to have a crystal shop when there's a lot of really quick, fast energy moving through them places. So I never buy crystals and stuff from places like that. I just can't do it. Whereas this is where I'm working now. I've rented a little space and I work on a Friday and a Saturday, and I am blown away by everything. So I'm adjusting. I couldn't function properly for a couple of weeks because I just couldn't wrap my head around it. So much changed, and I was like, oh my God. And there's more coming that I can feel that's changing for me as well, which I think that's why I'm so nervous. But doing little things like getting back on YouTube and opening up readings again. I will open up readings. I don't know if I'll have it already, but I will start doing online readings again because I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I work from home, but the thing that I'm doing is analytical. It's opposite of creativity, so I need some kind of creative outlet. So this is why I'm getting back into all this, so that I can have that on the side as well, just to have a bit of balance. I hope he's had a good Lionsgate, and that's why I have intended to do this reading today. If you're from Crystal Clarity as well, hi. Don't go watching my old videos, they're very embarrassing. But I said I'm going to come on here and just be authentic. If I'm rambling and I'm not ready to just start, I'm not going to just start. But the reason I brought this up is because I knew coming to Australia that I was going to have to get serious about being a human again. So there was a lot of real life tests. I knew that I was going to have to go through really tricky situations. That was the biggest mental health reality check for me. Because I thought I was fine and I wasn't. Yeah, I've been told that Australia was my home and I just didn't get it, but now I do. I didn't think I was going to meet someone, to be honest. I was like, I don't mind, I'll just be a hermit and go live in the woods, and that's not my reality anymore. Anyway, all of life happened, and I said to people, I'm gonna have to take a break. I knew I had to give up on my spirituality. I knew that I was going at things alone, and my connection was there, but it was more so building up on mediumship, which now is a big part of what I do for work. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do mediumship online, but I could try it. I was always so hesitant with it before Australia. I might do some story time videos about all of that, because there's a lot of experiences that happened to me that really changed everything. And one of them was really traumatic for me. Mediumship is nothing new to me, but I was getting to a point where there was parts of it that I had to deal with that was too close to me. My spirituality was tested through connecting on the mediumship side of things, and tarot had got the back burner. I wasn't using them I'm slowly starting to use them for myself, but I was not using them for myself at all. I would bring them to friends' houses and pull tarot there, but I'd really taken a break. I knew it would change, and it has now. There's a switch since I got married, because I can see it now. I know it's not that far away. I know I'm being guided now, because when I can't see shit, that's, hello, is there anyone gonna tell me anything? Hello? That was how things were for the past couple of years. The manifestations and stuff like that, all you have to know is the things that you know and feel and you don't understand why, you can sense that they're gonna come. Those are the ones you want to focus more so on in a spiritual sense, not really trying to manifest it. You just have to go with the flow with that, and it's more of an inward thing. It's fun to do vision boards and stuff, but the things that you just know, you have to just trust, because patience is the biggest thing. I knew that one day I would come back to myself and get into doing one-on-ones. When I was close to getting this new space, I was sensing it. The reading is going to be based on what creative force within you wants to come out and be seen, because this is the energy that we are going to be experiencing more of. And if you don't get with it, you're going to see a lot of people expressing themselves and just doing life and having fun. There's no time for jealousy. You gotta get with the program, have fun, relax. Sensuality as well is going to improve for a lot of you. Changing how that happens, having a more experimental phase this month is something I can see for people as well. We're gonna do 3 groups. I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm gonna try and not make this video too long, because I don't know if my iPhone can hold all this storage. This is going to be the Oracle deck for group 1. This is going to be the Oracle deck for group 2. And this is the Oracle deck for group 3. So pick whatever one you want, and then the timestamps will be down below. Okay, hello, group number 1. So, we're going to start. So this reading, again, I don't know how the title of the video is going to be, but I'm actually using the, what's it called? Chrysalis Tarot. This is a very creative deck. I don't normally go by the meanings anyway, I do what I want. Let's just get into the reading. The most creative card just popped out for you guys. So I feel like this group has definitely been expecting that this is going to be a successful month for you. Maybe you were unsure what that might mean, but this would be a good time to start up maybe selling or creating something that you sell, because there's very artistic vibes. Okay, so the first card I have is the 10 of Mirrors, connected to water, but I'm noticing the bird because there's a little one here. I feel like the bird energy with the green man. If you see a bird and feels different, birds can represent messengers, but with the 10 of Mirrors, this is definitely for people who have been trying to get into something new, and you've been maybe scrolling a lot, and this card is saying enough is enough. It's time to show you the blockage. 7 of Swords reversed. This is like your guides are like, come on, we can see what you're doing, and you're not doing a lot. You're doing a lot of planning. It's, I want to go and start pottery, or I need to go and get a new canvas to start painting, and you're making excuses because you're trying too hard to make it seem perfect before you start. And there's nothing wrong with that, actually, because you had a lot of other things going on last month. You're going to start to notice a lot of things being reflected back to you, because the 10 of Mirrors is here, and also the Ace of Mirrors. So this is saying that you've done all of the planning. Now it's time for you to actually take the action, because the green man is action orientated, because it's connected to the Emperor as well. This also can connect to nature is calling you as well. So maybe what can actually help bring a lot more balance to you is, I feel like here with the 6 of spirals, this sort of feels like doing the laundry. You'd be like, oh, I could do it if I didn't have to do the laundry. And that's what's being reflected here. It's saying you start your day off with a full cup, and then you're spilling a little bit here, and you're sometimes spilling a little bit here, and you're like, oops, my cup's empty. I can never say that. Dream sweet, sleep deep. Dream swip, slip, drip. Try that 5 times. Try say that 5 times fast. A lot of you might be really tired, or some of you might, it's one or the other, because again, general reading here. Some of you might be having a really good sleep, feel like you're having a good sleep, but you then wake up and you're like, you slept all night, but you're waking up and you're like, whoa. And it's kind of hard to get up. Or you're going to bed really late and you don't have proper routine and you're still waking up feeling crap. You need to follow some sort of a new routine. Also, I feel like a lot of you are getting a lot of cravings for things in the evening. I feel like there needs to be substitutes for that. Instead of having chocolate or ice cream at night, give me something else. I don't know what you would swap for that. It doesn't have to be healthy, it just has to be something that makes you happy. Filling your dopamine in a new way. I feel like there's a habit here that's become unhealthy because it's become every day or every evening. Instead of having ice cream, I was like, why am I not getting anything food related? I was on the wrong path. It's nothing to do with food. It's everything to do with hobbies. Getting a clay set and creating and crafting. I see that on TikTok all the time. The people who do miniature stuff, and then also the people who do clay and have them and they stick them on their fridge, little magnets and stuff. I feel like that's what I'm getting. The miniatures, I'm seeing that as, you know, those people that do those little tiny miniature paint frames and then they paint them. There's tiny little, I'm seeing stuff like that for this group. Really out there, really unique, but also in an artistic way, not like technological at all. I actually see creating. Some of you, it is a little bit using different AI and stuff to help you with that, but the majority of you I see is going back to the basics, going back to crafting in the old ways that we used to do it when we were kids. I feel like a lot of you have kids because of the Ace of Cups. It's really strongly going to be reflected to you through your kids, showing you that you need to go back to basics. This is the storyteller, again, the birds. It's the hermit. For me, that could be, for a small portion of you, that could be the people that want to create children's books as well, because there's a bit of that here, because I feel like that would be something that is part of what this energy connects to, is you enjoy the journey with it, creating the thing. So with this, it's like planting the seed. It's like you're not in a rush to get started with this, but it's wanting to come out. It's like planting a tree and then seeing the tree grow into something huge. That's what these two energies are connected to, especially because of the Virgo coming through with that. And the Aries over here. That's what I feel for a lot of you guys, is that it's about the journey as well. So don't rush about getting into all different types of hobbies. Find one that you trust and know that you're going to enjoy, okay? I got knitting needles there a while back. I was like, oh, I'll just get them. And I started because it was complicated. I used to be able to knit, but I was like, why is this so hard now? Basically, I gave up on that. But is there anything else? I feel like a lot of the time you guys have always been so close to starting it, but because of you treating it like a side hustle and not having fun, because that's what the Sun card is all about. It's like the bear here trying to, I'll cross. Nah, I might fall. So it's like you got so close, but then you chickened out and you went the other way. So this is what I feel with this and the Hermit. It's about having a time of the day where you just sit down and tune into your own energy. This is general, but I feel like for a lot of you, it would be at nighttime. For me, that's when I am most creative. I feel like that's this group anyway. I feel like you're most creative at night. Tune into whatever you feel for yourself. But yeah, if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. And actually, a lot of you might be new if you are from the Crystal Clarity group. Hello. And that's all I have for right now. Okay, bye. Hello, group number 2. You chose this deck. So, guys, you have an energy of fuck yeah. There's a lot. It's excitement. It's like excitement that it's just, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of shit that's just been happened. And now that you maybe were angry or annoyed about, but now it's just coming out in a new way of fuck this was what I'm getting. Whoa. Funny actually, because I picked one card for you guys, but the back of this card is how I was kind of tuning into your energy. A lot of you have this sort of iridescent sort of aura at the minute, which changes, which means that you're very adaptable at the minute because you're going through some sort of psychic development is getting prepared for you. Okay, let me see. Yeah, so I feel like with the 4 of Scrolls, I'm not even going to say this. What I was going to show you, actually, I'll just show you the purple again, and then me. But these 2 doors and the lion, and I'm like, it's not the lion's gate, but also for a lot of you that could mean that you're home, or there's a home that's coming, waiting for you and moving. But I don't feel like this group feels me. It doesn't feel like me, but maybe that's for a lot of people collectively at the minute. But the Lion's Gate portal could be something that has significance here. You could have done some sort of little, I feel like just have put in some sort of rest routine around the Lion's portal. I don't know if you've done a meditation or you done a deep dive into you, but I do think that you have, and it's worked. This Fae being is choosing the left, which is the feminine. Fae are, to people, might feel like they're from the feminine, but that's not exactly true. What I'm seeing for this is just the masculine, because it's an animal, the old version, the devil, the things that is holding us back. He's choosing to go through the spiritual door, the spiritual development, and oh, that makes sense with why I was getting all that spiritual development thing. He's choosing to go through this door. The Knight of Scrolls here as well, and visionary. So there could be some sort of a mentor. He feels like the word mentors sometimes can be a tricky one. Mentors are on the rise. We're in that era where I can see a lot of that happening, and I can see a lot of Netflix shows going to be made about this kind of stuff. Anyway, now I'm going on my little tangents. It has nothing to do with you. If you're Australian, the kookaburra, if you've heard the kookaburra recently, that could be an indication of celebration. Woohoo! That energy that I felt, that you're on some sort of a new buzz. What wants to come from you is already coming from you because you've went through this. Oh, there's a small majority of people feeling like they didn't do anything for the Lion's Gate. You feel like it doesn't resonate or that you missed an opportunity. I'm just being told to tell you, just because you didn't do something for the Lion's Gate doesn't mean you can't do something today or tomorrow. Portals, again, are a word that's talked about a lot, but we don't need to overcomplicate that, or we don't need to humanize it and make it, it's good to use the energy when you can feel the energy around you. What wants to be expressed for you creatively as well is you're getting a glow up. So a lot of you want to change. There is a rebellious sort of thing. It could be that someone's pissed you off, someone's done you wrong, that makes you feel like you want to change. But also I feel like a lot of you are feeling like you can't do that. Like you can't put money towards doing things like that for yourself. But it's that time of the year. So there's nothing wrong with treating yourself, because that was literally the message that I went through today with myself. It's the time for us to be treating ourselves. But for you guys, like the color purple in our hair as well, it's like maybe coloring your hair a new color or something like that might be a big thing for you. Because as well, we have Kali. It is a tower, but it's nothing to worry there, because I seen this as just, that's the old, that's what you've left behind, and this is the new. The new version of how your life is going is, it's a lot more peaceful, but it also wants to be expressed as how do you want people to perceive you now? Because you might have been perceived as a little bit more, ooh, I'm protected. Now it's a little bit more, I'm peace. It's like less is more. What parts of your personality do you want to shine? What accessories do you want to start wearing that have more meaning? This person that's done you wrong, it's a big part of your development. So you might not understand why that happened, but it's part of your growth. I hope you're getting the gist of what I'm trying to say. The main things that I'm feeling here is you're going through a spiritual change, or you have already started it. The painful part's over. Now you're probably wanting to maybe give yourself a makeover. Transformation card. We were put under a lot of pressure through having certain energies that didn't feel right. Didn't feel like you could trust them. And now, I was told to look at the number, it is an 8 actually, 26. So now everything is moving. It's like the spiritual version of the Wheel of Fortune. You feeling abundant and then now starting to want to look abundant. But this abundance doesn't come from looking more like you've got your shit together. It's looking more authentic and having fun and being less rigid with how you have to style yourself or have to act. It's authenticity. The sorceress and this is the hanged man, the Celtic, which that's what interesting, the Celtic owl. This is the wisdom that you will be gaining from the visionary. So there is a mentor or someone who's coming towards you, and it could be several people. It's not just one mentor. It's everyone in your life at the minute is a mentor to you. It's the Knight of Scrolls, like books can be that mentor for you. Podcasts, it's just information from that. But for some of you, it is literally, you're going to have some sort of mentorship because of the sorceress here as well. The more that you follow the impulse of going through this transformation and like spending the money on yourself, to treat yourself, to get yourself feeling this new version that you've manifested. Nothing changes that much at the start, and then all of a sudden everything is changing, and we look back at it and you're like, whoa, because that's what this is. You just gotta try not to take things too serious at the minute. Just go with the flow. That's what this can be for me. Sometimes the images below here just to explain everything else. Like, you gotta just walk away from the actual manifestation. You gotta walk away from the thing that you are really hoping to happen. And then we have the divine child, but it's set it and forget it. But what you're now going to start to be experiencing is that you are slowly transitioning back to a manifestation that was already in the works, but it was forgotten because your inner child forgot about it because of life. Now you have worked on the inner child. It could be your kids making you understand more about yourself. It's going back to an old vision or an old dream that you had. It can mean that you are being asked to spend more time with your kids. If everything else made sense, that's fine. But if you didn't really take much from it and this made more sense, the strongest feeling I have for that is that you need to just spend time with your kids to learn about how you can find what you like creative wise. Okay, that's all I have for you, group number 2. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Do it. Just do it. Like. Okay, hello, group number 3. Who's chosen this one? Sorry, I was just looking at that. Whoa, girl! Okay, that came out strong. We'll just leave that. Ooh, like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that ISIS? And I can't say that. Some of you, you are being protected and watched by a motherly figure or a grandmother during this time of expressing yourself creatively. The green man too. This is a very interesting little thing that I've just noticed. I was thinking on St. Patrick, but then I was like the dove, and the dove connected me more to Noah. So Noah's Ark and the building, because the emperor is about building an emperor or an empire, but it's being the boss. He was the boss, and he sent the dove to go and do the dove. You know what I mean? And I feel like this could be for some people that love storytelling, or want to become an author, or you've tried it. This is showing me that it's trying to get your attention. But it is interesting because Noah's Ark and all the animals, and then we have the Lover's card here as well, with 2 more doves. So it's really connecting to my intuition with all of this. And then he's down here, which that looks like Noah, I think. I don't know. I'm not saying go build a boat, but it could be something. There could be something about connecting you to the ocean and boats. Could be that your partner's interested in boats. Maybe you're helping your partner build their empire. Oh shit, man, I didn't even realize, actually. We have the emperor here and here. Maybe this group is struggling to do things. No, I don't feel like you're the group that struggles to be creative. I feel like your creativity is there. This group's a bit different, actually. Your creativity is there. You know how to harness it when you want, but something that is calling you on a deeper level, because these are deep and more spiritual. I'm trying to be general about this, but I can't really, because just go with what I'm feeling the most. Sorry. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. I feel like as well the connection to prayer and Moses might be something for people too. I keep saying Moses instead of Noah. Anyway, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. I don't know what did Noah have a wife? I forget. I think he did. Don't know what her name is. Maybe looking up something to do with her, if that has any connection to you. You feel like you are maybe mirroring certain things that they had. There's something in that story for you guys, so I'm just looking into that. And I feel like what it's trying to say is you're trying to be there for your partner because of the lovers. You're being encouraged to devote a lot of your energy to your relationship during this time. And what that would mean is, just because you know how to be creative means that you should try and start to balance helping your partner understand how they become more creative. So, doesn't mean it's not like teaching them or lecturing them, but doing things with them have always helped you create the life that you wanted for yourself. Yeah, it's big time supporting your partner. 6 of Scrolls to this elephant. It's just all tying to the Noah's Ark again. There is a psychic. You're the ones that just you're clear in the way that you just know. So I feel like for a lot of you, you will just know what your partner needs to change to balance. And obviously you want to be doing that in a way that is enjoyable. It's the lion and the lamb. You're the lamb, they're the lion. This is all connecting for the partnership. It's like you're 2 opposites, but you just work. People don't understand how you just work, or you don't really express how you just work. You want to have a soft approach. This is your time to shine. So I'm seeing that the elephant is trusting the human. It's like there's trust now. It's that for both of you to have this next transition to a better and happier relationship. Sometimes it can flip, but majority of you, it's going to be you I'm talking about. Sometimes it can be your partner. Anyway, whoever's the more feminine one, feminine energy, this is who I'm talking to. You're being asked to trust in this process of teaching. It's like teaching your partner how to fish. It's instead of going and doing everything on your own and then being, oh look, I painted this picture, or oh look, I did this. They're like, well done, good job. But maybe they would have wanted you to paint with them or something. There needs to be more involvement. That's just what I'm getting here. Because Noah would have needed a wife or a woman, because that's the whole point of the story. So the whole point of the story. The whole point of this month is to be creative, is to have fun, is to not take things a little bit too serious anymore. And what you get from that is, it's that time that's invested is more important than anything else. Investing your time in doing things together is more important than needing the time to go and do things creative on your own if you're already a creative person. So instead of saying, I need to go and write my book, because this group has a lot of people who like to write stories and stuff. I'm just tuning into this. I haven't really looked at this card yet, but I'm waiting for a message to come from it. I'm trying to get into this. I can feel it on the tip of my tongue. I'm just trying to let Spirit say it. Creating more peace and balance in your relationship by going back to innocence again. Having a less serious approach to life. Not talking about all the adult topics, giving the news and topics like that a break, switching it up in that way. It's like you're sort of both building your own nests when you're sort of one group. You shouldn't be doing things separately. That's the message I was getting. So when you come back and see their progress and weren't there for it, it's missing out on something you shouldn't be missing out on. I think that makes sense. A lot of it has to do with you're not telling each other things that have happened. You've lost that, where you're not talking about things like that you used to talk about. Because of maybe things that have happened, you're afraid to express yourself that way because you're paranoid that they're going to get weird about it because of something that's happened or whatever it may be. But that's a fear and a belief system that's developed that you need to smash. How can you be creative now with building and growing in your relationship? How can you make your relationship more fun again? Okay, I'm starving, so I'm gonna go now. If you liked, leave a wee comment. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much. Love you all. See you next time.